Picture this. You have had a great day. You've made excellent food choices. You've controlled your portion sizes and you even got your exercise in. And then it happens. You open the refrigerator just to see if you need milk, and as you push a few items aside, you spy that container of frosting that has been sitting there since you frosted a birthday cake a couple of weeks ago. You pull the container out of the fridge and pry off the lid just to see how much frosting is left, and of course if it's any good anymore, right? Inside is about a fourth of the container left, and without thinking you scoop your finger into that creamy frosting and take a lick. Yep, still good. However, you don't put the lid back on and slide it back into the refrigerator. Instead, you take another scoop. And as you're standing there, frosting container in hand, it feels as though something or someone has possessed your very being. You had that fabulous day going, and here you are, with your finger scooping out frosting, 3, 4, 5. Next thing you know, you're looking for some graham crackers to finish off the frosting. At this point, it feels almost surreal, like you're outside of yourself, looking in, watching yourself continue to scoop that frosting from the container. You know what you're doing. You know you're not going to be happy with yourself, but something mysterious seems to be running the show. Soon you hit the bottom of the container, and you swipe your finger around the edges, getting every last bit of that creamy nectar. You put the lid back on the container and you throw it in the trash. But not just right on top, you know. You bury it beneath some other trash, just in case someone else might spy that empty container and think, who the heck ate that and why? So now you're standing there thinking, what just happened? It's as if judgment has been suspended for just long enough to devour the frosting, and now it all comes flooding back in. You had that great day going, and you just blew it completely out of the water with frosting and graham crackers. You feel so disappointed in yourself, weak, just plain gross. And then all those questions come flooding in. Why did I just do that? What's the matter with me? Why do I keep doing that? Is this ever going to stop? Is there any way to make this stop? You feel like crying, screaming, throwing up, but you don't. Instead, you open the freezer just to see if there is still some of that ice cream from the birthday party. And guess what? There is. And so you go right to town, polishing off the rest of the ice cream. You shove that container in the trash too, even further down. Now you're completely disgusted with yourself and on the verge of tears. So does any of this sound vaguely familiar? If so, I have a message for you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. What you're experiencing in those moments is quite common. It's not a mystery, not a weakness. It's merely your brain doing what your brain does best. And your brain will continue to create this pattern again and again and again until you reprogram the system. Fortunately for all of us, the brain is actually quite malleable and can be reprogrammed quite readily. All it takes is a sequence of specific strategies and some practice to get the job done. Now, if you struggle with experiences like this, you just might be battling a food addiction. This video is an introduction, the first in a series of videos that are designed to provide you with an amazing opportunity to learn about strategies to overcome these tendencies, so you never again have to bury an empty frosting container deep in the trash so no one will ask questions. In this video series, you will learn about the science behind food addictions and cutting-edge approaches to reprogram these things right out of existence. So how's this program different? Well, conventional diet programs, I think we all know, simply don't work. 90% of all people who lose any weight on conventional programs will gain it right back and then some. Any strategy for changing diets or changing eating habits that does not involve remapping of the circuits in the brain is simply not going to work. This program, Conquering Food Addictions, is based on that science of neuroplasticity. Cutting-edge, evidence-based strategies gleaned from the newest advances in brain research and paired with the newest advances in psychological theory. I invite you to join me on a journey that will change your life. You will learn why your brain does what it does, and more importantly, how to make it do what you want it to do. You will learn techniques to permanently rewire vital circuits deep within the brain that control eating habits. So, are you ready? If you are, great. Climb aboard, strap in, and hang on. The ride can get bumpy at times. See you on the other side.